Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we left off, we finished up chapter 5. And by that I mean we've protected Crossbell from an aerial bombing back at Garrelia Fortress. And now we are about to enter chapter 5. And as usual, today's episode will be mostly bonding events and doing the required requests in Trista. I know these episodes are not the most interesting to watch, but I have to get through them.
Half a month after the incident at Garrelia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire. The government increased patrols by the Railway Military Police as part of their counter-terrorism measures, while the Noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger Corps. At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade conference in Crossbell, and as we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Garrelia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the Noble faction itself. Meanwhile, new information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all. During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvert and Erebonia. To no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the Noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving. But one thing was clear: that declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent. On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
And that concludes my biannual report.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests, too.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The Student Council President, in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more positive note.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly, what happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole. But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper-class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is, and I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Dreigels?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Dreigels' intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Dreigels' true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
Well,
for one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Dreigels' time, at least in that particular respect.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand. That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbal Net should be a top priority.
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree. But we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbal Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out. Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress. While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study. We can always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Dreigels. They become something of a school motto here. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
I do wonder about my brother sometimes. However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
With the Academy Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
All right, I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival. The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th. Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do. Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on, no one ever said, "Boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display."
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me. We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival. So, as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man, look at you guys taking this all seriously.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but... What's this festival you guys keep talking about?
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attractions.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun! In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes roll over us because we're small. You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
What? It must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
Come on, everyone, get it together.
Instructor Sarah?
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the Board of Directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
Then?
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood. Because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
You mean it?
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
Yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news!
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh.
If you say so.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Well, at least we get to go to our field studies. Oh hey, Mueller is here as well. That is the big question. Well, yeah, if we were behind Calvert, we would just lose.
Still, I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon. Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbell.
Don't mention it.
We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. But I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's President got going. Though the Mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvert refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that lying down.
Milliam.
I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlem in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamp!
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Getlem. Just a hunch.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Oh, who might you be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Oh, did Neidhart mention me? I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the Prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women. Perhaps the Prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole Academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the Academy's pool.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Ah, cruelty. Thy name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Guess it's time to say goodbye.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
You should be used to this already. That would be pretty lame. Plus, I don't think the Guerrilla Fortress thing should be something we put on display. And with that we get our summer uniforms. It's nothing special, it's just the same thing we wore last time. If I de-equip the class 7 uniform, we just get into the normal everyday class 7 uniform. But if you want to change into the summer ones, feel free. But for now let's just quickly talk to Colette since she has a character profile update. Yeah, good for you. And with that, let's just quickly do the usual, talk to everyone on the first day and then just do the requests on the free day. Why do they have to be real bullets? Oh hey, Hibel's arm healed. Wow, Colette, you already reached the other hallway. Oh hey, looks like Million joined the cooking club. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to happen. I honestly doubt that. Well, good luck with her. Maybe you finish your horse by then. I think you're expecting way too much from us. Oh hey, here's an interesting pairing, Rosina and Thomas. I actually have enough recipes to get another prize, but I haven't cooked them yet, so I'll do that next time. Oh, poor you. Looks like Beatrix has been here for a while. You should really get a what's it called? Refraining order for her. And with that we get another character profile update for Vincent. As usual, the library has a new book for us. A dark dragon, huh? Is this that thing we fought? I wonder. And as always, we do have to feed Celine to get another Zeran powder at the beginning of the field study. You are asking a cat. Is it a maid cafe? I hope it is. The shops have the usual stuff that you can buy at the beginning of the chapter. It's the same thing that everyone else has equipped right now, the blue tunics and the hiking shoes. Hang in there, Emma. Still nothing we can buy from you. Well, we still have to catch one more fish, but that will have to wait for the next chapter. Nah, that couldn't possibly happen. Well, Towa is hard at work. Oh hey, Chrono has the Class 7 uniform. That sounds crazy. Well, if we have Erika Russell do it, then we can. Oh, so you guys know about that. First kept national secret ever. Actually, I think I forgot to buy the newest issue of the Imperial Chronicle. Here it is. Nothing that interesting. I don't even think it mentioned the Crossbell independence thing. Well, I think I did everything for today except for talk to Alice on the roof.
Insects, huh? Well, it is fall, I guess. Hard to believe I've already been here half a year. The festival used to seem so far off, and now it's just next month. The past 6 months really have flown by.
Huh? Is that you, Reed?
Toa? Hey there! Haven't seen you out and about too much lately. I thought you were still stuck in today's student council meeting.
I'm surprised you heard about it. We just finished up a little while ago. So I thought that was a nice point to call it a day.
I see. Did you guys discuss the Academy Festival?
Yep. We've still got a lot we need to nail down before next month to keep the preparations running smoothly. There's enough to discuss that we're actually meeting again tomorrow.
Sounds like work's really keeping you busy then. By the way, have you figured out what you'd like me to help you with tomorrow? I'll even take the tasks now if you have them handy.
Oh, I usually sort those out before I go to bed. I guess I could go over them now, but there's some shopping I really need to do. Sorry, is it okay if I give them to you tomorrow morning like usual?
That's totally fine.
Rean, there's something I want to tell you, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to say it, but I want you and everyone from Class 7 to know how grateful I am for what you did at Corellia Fortress.
Oh. It's fine, really. We've gotten plenty of rounds of thanks for it already. We just kind of ended up in the wrong place at the right time, and we were lucky the instructors were there, and...
That doesn't change the fact that you saved my life. I wasn't on the same floor where the conference was being held, but if a shot from the railway guns had hit Orcus Tower, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Toa, I'm just glad you're safe.
Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of babbling on and repeating myself now, so I'll stop myself here.
Huh. She's awfully conscientious, isn't she? Oh, you said you were on your way out to do some shopping, right? Is there a lot on your list?
Well, a pretty good amount, I suppose. Oh, and I just remembered I need to pick up that stuff at the bookstore, too. Then after I get everything I need at the general store, I might have to make a trip back here to drop it off.
You could do that. Or I could come along with you and help carry all those bags. So how about it? No strings. I just feel like you could use a hand.
Oh no, there's no way I could drag you along on all my errands. I mean, sure, it'd be a big help, but I just feel so bad asking you to do it. Ugh, that makes it sound like deep down I secretly want you to come, and that's not...
Well, if it eases your conscience, there's actually something I need your advice on. It's about my class and what we can do for the upcoming festival.
That should be everything. Wow, is it this late already?
I guess the sun has started setting a little earlier lately. Still, I had no idea you came here often.
Well, Mick is always able to get stuff you can't buy anywhere else. He's my go-to guy when there's something I can't get at the Academy store, like fireworks to use in school events. I think we even asked him for a penguin costume once, and he actually got it.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty unique shopping list.
Uh-huh. Wait! How did you end up with all those bags? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, give me some of those.
Don't worry about it, I'm fine. You're carrying plenty as it is.
Ugh, sorry, Rean. Well, how about we take a break in the rest area over there? I'll buy you a coffee or something. You wanted to ask me something about the Academy Festival too, right? Ooh, yeah. That does sound like a problem. Well, your class doesn't have enough people to do anything that involves large-scale equipment or decorations. You all could get together and run a little cafe without any problems, if you all wanted to do something like that.
I'd thought about it, yeah. Still, if we're going to do something, I at least want it to be as impressive as what the other classes are doing.
Feeling a little competitive, aren't we, Rean?
Well, you have enough people to put on a play or run a game tournament. But other first-year classes have already applied to do both of those.
I see. I don't really want to copy an idea another class is already doing. Actually, didn't you, Crow, Angelica, and George use the stage for your exhibit last year?
You heard about that? How much do you know?
Not too much. All of them seemed to dance around the details. One thing they all agreed on, though, was that it was a real hit.
Me and my big mouth. You really want to know?
If you don't mind telling me anyway. Who knows? It might help me think of something Class 7 could do.
Well, if you insist, I can't turn down a chance to help a sweet, fledgling first year, especially after how much you helped me. I'll reach down to my toes and muster every last bit of courage to tell you.
Thanks. Was it some kind of traumatic experience or something?
Well, in short, we put on a musical performance. A little concert of sorts, you could say.
Wow, really? I wouldn't have expected that from you guys. So you can play an instrument then?
I am afraid not. That's how I got stuck being the singer. Angie, Crow, and George all played for the show, though.
Wow, that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. If we put on a musical show, I'm sure Elliot would be a big help. So, what kind of music was it? Classical? Folk? Show tunes?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it was passionate. Really modern.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Well, it's not really a genre that's caught on in the Empire yet. You definitely wouldn't hear it played in Heimdall's Opera House, that's for sure.
Huh?
Alright. Do you have some free time tomorrow evening? If you can't come until after you're done exploring the old schoolhouse, that's okay with me.
Tomorrow evening? Yeah, I should be free. Should I meet you in the student council room?
Oh no, can you go to the computer room in the main school building?
Sure thing. Does this have something to do with the concert you held last year?
You'll just have to find out tomorrow night. Anyway, sorry to keep asking favors of you, but would you mind coming to the lower class dormitory with me? If we stay out here much longer, we're going to miss dinner at the dorms.
You have a point. But really, I'm fine with all the bags. Just leave the heavy lifting to me.
You're so stubborn.
Sure, let's hang out in the dorms. Well, I could always equip him with his original school uniform if I wanted to. Well, your wish might come true. Wonder what's that all about? No, it does not. Well, we can't let Class 1 especially beat us. Oh, hey Celine. Alright, that should be everyone. Oh hey, Angelica wants something. And mint. Oh boy. Well, we will be busy today. Hurry, no one is around to hear his stupid jokes. Well, we do have to spend the bonding points, which are actually, well, not sadly, I'm glad that these are some of the last bonding points we will be spending. Sure. Are you the ultimate magician? No, that's another game. Yeah, I'm glad she opened up to us a bit. Even if she didn't really answer much, she just showed us a trick. To be honest, I'm more interested in Emma's background than Erin Gatlam. And most of the characters will reach level 5 this chapter, except for, well, Crow and Millium, since they are a bit further behind, but we do not need them to reach level 5 for the final bonding point. They only need to reach level 4. Okay, don't force me. Gee, I wonder if we will be training. Oh, we are having lunch? Oh, so that's what you meant yesterday. Well, yeah. Laura truly is best girl. I already reached level 5 with her, but we still had to do that bonding event. Since it's one of the required events that you have to do to reach the final bonding event, you either do this or 2 other things in the future, but that's for chapter 7. Let's just quickly do Serra's bonding event as well. Oh, was he a bracer? You should be around 4050 points with her. You will need to reach 4400 to get her final bonding event. And we will be able to do that in chapter 7. Celine is not up there today. Usis should be in here, or Machias. But before that we do have to buy another recipe, and of course the other stuff. This should be for million. I guess this is V. Or Emma. And of course their cooking book. We will need that for the request with Mint. Yep, looks like they reached a common ground. What? Maki has stayed really calm pretty far since the beginning of the game. And he reached level 5. Everyone gets rushed to at level 5. There is no exception. And of course, if you were playing on a regular new game, you would only have around 3 bonding points, so this is pretty much your time to choose whom you will want to spend your final bonding event in Chapter 7 with. Since you do need them to reach level 5, your party members, except for Crow and Million. Looks like Rosine has a stalker. She does that all the time? Alright, that's everything in Trista for today, so let's move to the academy, the old schoolhouse. Oh, I forgot I can't go inside yet. I have to do Angelica's request first. That's a bummer. Well, let's just quickly do Angelica's request and then move on. And of course we do have to change up our ordnance for this. I'll be doing the same stuff I did with when we fought Victor. Of course we are going to fight Angelica, if that's a spoiler. P2, evade, HP up in P2, I don't really think I need it, but let's just leave it on. Actually, before we talk to her, let me just do a fishing stuff first, since that will increase my CP. I usually do this off screen, but let's just quickly do it.
What even is this?
And that's enough. I want evasion, as much evasion as possible. At least to get to 50 so that inside works 100% of the time. Who has the Medal of Friendship? Should be on Miriam, I guess. Just so I get a bit more HP. And let me actually cook before I fight. That this is the first time this is happening actually. I want a few stamina steaks.
Okay, let's give this a try.
And sadly Vin is the only one who can prepare them right now since
wow, that came out well.
I can't access the old schoolhouse.
There we go.
Oh, I just only got one marble steak. That should be enough. Save, of course.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Good morning, Angelica. I saw you'd placed a request for me. I'm assuming this one isn't on behalf of the engineering club?
Yeah, this one's a personal favor. Anyway, I hate beating around the bush, so let me get to the point. Will you spar with me?
You want to fight?
Don't look so surprised. This is a military academy after all. I enjoy the martial arts as much as anyone. It's not like I spend all my time on the prowl for beautiful maidens to deflower.
Is that really something you should be fessing up to? Still, this feels so out of the blue. Did something happen?
You're overthinking it. It's just that it's been a while since I got any good exercise. No need to make a big deal out of it. Just think of it as a fun way to kill some time. So, you in?
Sure, let's do it.
Alright, I'm game for it.
You actually have to win this fight to get extra AP.
Much obliged. Well, let's not waste any more fighting time talking.
Your stance is...
Don't think of holding back on me now. Though I'm a bit rusty, so I don't know how much of a fight I'll put up.
You wouldn't know it just looking at her. Her guard seems flawless. If I leave any openings, she's going to run me into the ground. No worries. I'm planning to give you everything I've got.
That's what I want to hear. Well then, come at me. Let's see what you're made of.
Here we go!
Alright, well, this is the fight against Angelica. It's actually pretty easy. He has a single target attack which can feint you. Normal attack, of course. And the line attack, but that's not really that important. I think that one can delay you.
Go!
But since I put up Shining, well, she won't really be able to hit me since I have 100% evasion. Now where are those stakes?
Huh. Ooh, that's good! Too slow!
There you go, Rin. I knew you can counter. Sometimes Rin just hits her way too far away and he won't be able to counter her at all.
Ha! Ooh, that's good! Too slow! My turn!
And this is the perfect time for an S-craft.
Flames, gather on my blade! Strike!
Be sure to
Not
equip
bad.
the
Guess there's no need to hold back.
Evergreen for the feint protection.
I'm not
and this is
holding
the
back this
S-craft.
time. It's time! Dragon Kick!
She can actually buff herself, which can cause a lot more damage than she does right now here. She would probably be able to kill me if she had buffed herself, but guess not. Maybe I should Shining up or... Angel will save me even if Shining doesn't. And I did get the regeneration thanks to Angel, the Master Quartz.
Here we go!
Did I use Motivate? Sure.
Alright, let's do this!
I don't feel like using an item again.
Too slow! Go!
This should be over.
My turn!
Alright, Angelica, you
Not a bad
fight.
workout.
Okay, it's safe for now. I did it.
I should have expected a swordsman of the 8 Leaves One Blade School wouldn't go down so easily. If I'd been keeping up with my training, I could have given you a stiffer challenge.
If you hadn't just told me, I wouldn't have guessed you'd skipped a single day of your training. In fact, you're actually even stronger than I expected you'd be.
I'm still just a fledgling. Got a long way to go before I can really serve up an A+ beatdown. I'm nowhere near as strong as Instructor Sarah, and my old master was pretty amazing herself.
Oh, believe me, I felt plenty of skill and training in every punch you landed. By the way, your fighting style reminded me a lot of the Eastern martial art Taito. Are you a practitioner by any chance?
I should have guessed you'd be familiar with it. Around 7 years ago, I met a lady from the East who was traveling around the Empire. I kinda ran away from home and followed her around for about half a year, and she taught me Taito. I've mixed in a bit of my own flavor over time, though. Good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Even now, I still find it hard to believe you're from one of the 4 great houses.
Aren't you the flatterer? You're gonna make me blush.
That wasn't flattery.
Well, we might not be as tangled up as Eustace's family, but House Ragnar has its fair share of issues. Guess that's why my rebellious teenage impudence has hung on so long. Even now, there are still some family affairs I worry about.
What kinds of things?
It'd probably be better if I kept it to myself, at least for now. Anyway, I'm lucky to have met Toa, Crow, and George, and then some cool first years like you guys. I'm glad I came to Thor's. Right now, in my life, you guys are all I need.
Angelica.
But hey, it's nice to know I can still hold my own in a fight. At least I know that if worse comes to worse, I should be able to keep Toa and the others safe. And knowing that is enough to have made this all worthwhile. Thanks, Rean.
You're welcome. Glad to finally be able to help you out for a change. And besides, it sounds like some good ideas for what Class 7 can do for the festival might just be coming my way.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And yeah, I hear you'll be spending some alone time with Toa this evening, hmm?
What?
Oh, there's no need to be embarrassed. It's just that Toa might be perfectly professional when it comes to work, but she's more than a little inexperienced when it comes to the menfolk. So promise me you'll be gentle with her, okay? Now, if you'll excuse me... Oh wait, I almost forgot. I wanted to give you this for helping me out. Anyway, see you around. I'll let you know when I'm ready for round 2.
She really is one of a kind. Oh well, I guess I should be going too.
A lady from the East that practices Taito. Well, let's take a look at that quartz we got from her. It's the same as the Quillin and the Rakshasa we got. But this is the rat one, wherever it is. Wait. Ah, here it is. Oh no, it counters. That's actually pretty good for a certain character later, who can get 100% evasion. But since we did Angelica's request, we can finally enter the old schoolhouse. Yeah, it's just the same text we always get. For now, at least make sure that Gaius is in your party. This should be the last floor. Well, according to the elevator. But that's not really why I came in here. Right now I just want to make a few steaks.
Okay, let's give this a try.
Not with Reen. Gosh darn it.
Wow, that...
I'm running out of ingredients like this.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
I wanted to use that with Gaius.
A delicacy straight from Nord. Enjoy.
Get juicy kebabs. Look at that. Plus 50% strength for 5 turns. That's insane. Not like I'm going to use that for that right now. But I will be making a few of those for later. But before we talk to Mint, let me actually shop something. Buy something, I mean. The jewel portage. If you don't have one, just buy one. Because we will be needing a soup base, a main dish and a dessert. And I have a few wobbly puddings from a request earlier still, so I will be using that one. Excuse me? No, that does not count. That might be a bit of a big, well, are you sure about this? Can barely cook and you want to make him a full course meal. Okay. Just to make sure I give her the correct things. The way this request works is the food that you give her is dependent on the HP amount it heals, nothing else. So if you want to get 2 extra AP, you have to give her the food dishes that add up to 8000 HP. So for example, the jewel portage is 2400, and the most important thing, the marble steak will put you exactly at 8000 with the jewel portage. And of course we still have to choose a dessert, but it doesn't really matter since we already are at 8000. Let's just go with the wobbly pudding. I think that one of the dishes is actually called a soup, but actually is not a soup. I think it's called refreshing pasta soup or something. I'll look it up later. Did something just break? Okay. No, I'm fine, I really am. Oh, well, okay, that's pretty nice. How much are we talking about here? You just handed me 60 ingredients, holy heck. Well, I'm not complaining. And for that we should have gotten plus 2 AP, hopefully. Well, I did get the Omega recipe, so it should be fine. Yes, I did get plus 2 AP. Well, all that's left for today is to do the rest of the bonding events. Not with Towa though. Before I forget, there is actually a character profile update over here with someone, Paula I think. No, that's it, that's Emily. Why do I always mix up the lacrosse club and the riding club? Ah, this is not the first time we went to the highway today. This is nice. I would like to meet his father too. And I don't mean in a drama CD format. Alright, 3 more bonding events. One with Fee, Elliot and Gaius. Might as well talk to Patrick. Maybe we actually get to meet some of her old buddies. We might have to go to the infirmary first. I say that and we actually did. Awesome, and with that we actually got her final bonding event as well. Well, that goes for every character we have done so far. The most problematic characters to get the final bonding event with are Towa and Sera, but we'll get to that. It feels like we have been hanging around with Elliot the past few chapters, every free time. Well, I guess that goes for every character, but for some reason Elliot just stands out. It just feels like we have done this 3 times already. I'm glad I came to Thors and can you play music? I don't know why they did that. It doesn't really add much to his character if you just repeat the same thing. And Gaius should be the last one. Oh, you finished your pictures or paintings. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Alright, let's take a quick look at our links right now. Alisa, Crow and Millium are still lower leveled, but well, Alisa will get a bonding event, as will Crow and Millium later in the afternoon. And Alisa will reach level 5. Let's see, I don't think I have talked to Crow yet. Let's actually take a look what you have to sell, George. He has a new Master Quartz. It's okay, I guess. But the Shining Palms will level you up 1 level either way, whatever you do. And we already took a look at these. Nothing really I'm interested in. As far as quartzes go, I don't actually think there is anything new. Maybe I guess the highest level elemental quartzes are available, like... Oh, is it only just for fire? Well, the Purgatorial Flame and the Ragna Vortex. Well, for some reason the earth and water ones are not available. You figured that one out. I think I did everything for today, so... Well, tomorrow we will be exploring the old schoolhouse, doing the practical exam and, well, whatever Towa has in plan for us. For now, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, have a good one.